Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everyone is doing well and you guys had a good weekend. I took the weekend off to spend some time with family. I was active a little bit in the chats, but even though there was a lot of updates coming out, I didn't want to take the time to jump in and do a video. Figured I'd save it for today. Plus, as you guys know, things change daily, so I wanted to give you the most up-to-date information. So here's the breakdown on the latest with the Animal Farm Saga, and I also want to do my 50 drip giveaway, so let's get into that. First thing, let's talk about the updates that Forex gave. So let me just bring this up here on screen. Now, this is the most recent one. There were several that went back and forth over the course of Friday and Saturday. This one obviously came out yesterday, so it's the most recent. I won't go through the back and forth because things changed 5 times. But this came out in the Forex calls group. So he says, we're preparing for public testing. So if you guys don't remember, on Thursday or Friday, he said, hey, we're going to open up a test net so people can actually see the platform and do some testing and realize it's real and that we're really close, and work out any bugs and all that. And then we'll be able to launch a few days after that. So he said, we're not using the normal test net. We are using our own side chain, which is a current fork of BSC, so that all the contracts deployed are in the exact same state on the side chain that they are right now on the main net. This way we have the perfect test environment. This means testers must have hard hat experience and be maybe compliant. I don't know what he meant by that. We will write a short guide on how to set up the test environment for the people who want to test it. So I do know a couple people who signed up to be in the test group. I didn't. I honestly don't have time to dig through that stuff too much. It's already enough to do my normal day job and to get the videos out. Plus there's probably people in there that are a lot more experienced than me that can really go in and find the bugs and see how it works. So I'll wait for an update on an update video from one of those really smart people in the community, and I'll just hang tight for now. So it says, of course, there'll be a bug bounty as well. So if you're pretty technical, you may want to reach out to Original BP and see if you can get access to that test net so you can test it out, see if you can find some bugs and get a bounty. He goes on to say the new audit of our adjusted code is progressing well and will be made public when it's ready before launch. They told us it will be ready by Tuesday, but it's a lot. Everything has been heavily tested on our end, and so far the auditors have not found any issues, but I'll know more tomorrow. So today maybe we'll get a little update. I want to have a few of those things set in stone and then give you a confident launch date based on what those are so that we can promote it properly. Let me just pause there. Don't promote anything until it's fully live. Do not waste money on marketing. I said it in the beginning and I said it soft because sometimes when people, I don't know, sometimes other stuff works. Like, it's not like always my ideas are the best ideas, but I do understand marketing, and marketing to a product that is not completed is a terrible idea in 99% of the cases. So there's a couple of other scenarios where marketing to a product that's not ready is a good idea. One of those is crowdfunding. You haven't developed the project yet, you need the funds to actually do that. So you promote the minimum viable product, right? You create something that's very simple, it's a nice prototype, and you say, this is what we're gonna create. You drive marketing to that, and then you're able to actually accept dollars, which later you'll deliver the product to those people. So that's one scenario, which is not this scenario. The other one is a pre-sale. So you've got a platform done, it's completely done. You've got a pre-sale token or whatever it is that you wanna drive out there. People go from the marketing over and purchase the pre-sale tokens at a discounted price. That price is not moving. And then when it's ready to launch, everything goes live and you've got a startup liquidity there set aside from the marketing that you drew in. In this scenario, this is not a real pre-sale and it's definitely not a crowdfunding model. So my recommendation is now and has always been, do not market to a product that is not ready. And the reason is very clear. It's an absolute train wreck waiting to happen. And that's exactly what we saw here with Animal Farm. We said it was going to be done on a certain date. Before we even launched marketing, we said we're 100% done. Now all we're doing is just having this big marketing push to draw people in, but we're 100% done. So we're really confident on that date. We started the clock a month out. We spent marketing dollars. All those eyes that we gathered and pulled people in, they came to the site on that day. It was an absolute train wreck. They came back the next day, another train wreck. And now we're like a week away from that. And we're talking about additional delays. So don't market this product. I know Forex probably doesn't watch my videos, but I know some of the other team does. Do not do marketing. Just wait until you get it open. It's not helpful anymore. No one believes your dates anyway. So marketing to a date that's hypothetical anyway. Like it doesn't matter. So ignore that, and then ignore setting any type of launch. Just do a stealth launch. When it's ready, turn it on. People will go in and find it, put some blasts out there. People are going to see the message boards and they're going to get in. No one's going to complain that, hey, they didn't know about it in advance and they needed 10 days of professional marketing in order to let them know it was up and coming. No, the majority of the people that you've got right now that believe in the platform have been around forever. They're checking the chats every day, wondering when it's going to go live. The rest of the people will come from marketing, and that of course should happen after it's live. So what it does is it essentially gives the people who are keeping a pulse on the project a little bit of an advantage, because once they go live, they go stealth live, they launch it with no notice, everything's running fine. Everybody who's actually active and have been around in the community get an opportunity to buy dogs at a maybe slightly cheaper rate. You turn on the marketing, additional eyes are being driven toward the project, and then the price goes up. So 2 recommendations for people. I know they don't care about my opinion, but clearly the way they've been doing it is wrong, so hopefully they'll listen to this. Do not pay for any additional marketing until it is 100% live, and do not set a launch date or time because you've never hit a single one. Don't make people take off work to be there at noon, so they're just sitting there waiting and then you're gonna launch 5 hours later. Like, ignore all of that. It does more harm than good. The answer, the solution, finish the project, launch it, everyone will come running back because it'll be a great project. You're doing yourself a disservice by marketing and throwing out dates. It's doing the exact opposite of what you want to do. Plus, it puts additional pressure on you to meet these, self-imposed deadlines. Just finish the project, launch. Everyone will be happy a few weeks after once everything's running smoothly. But if you want to lose confidence in a lot more investors, set another launch date and miss it. Some people will think, oh, Scott's being negative. Nope, I'm just being a realist. And if it was my project, this is exactly how I would do it. Delays happen, mistakes happen. Sometimes you think you're 100% ready and then, something goes crazy. So I'm not casting any blame. I really do think this is going to be a great project. But when you're in a hole, there's one more really important thing that you need to do, and it's stop digging. So that's my 2 cents on that. That's what I think they should do. Let's get back to the message. So I finished with him saying he's got a few things he wants to iron out, and then so they can promote it properly. We're done with the work, so it's not going to be that long. We have heard that before. Most likely either Thursday or next Tuesday at the very latest. So what that means is you got about 8 days until this thing's supposed to go live. Honestly, I would be happy even if they hit it that next Thursday. If they miss it and it pushes any further, this is going to get pushed into next year. There's just too many excuses for it to get pushed. People have lives, people have families. So when the holidays come up, people are going to be taking off time. So you've got, the full Thanksgiving, you've got Christmas, you've got New Year's. So it absolutely has to get launched sometime next week. If it doesn't, this will probably get pushed into 2023, like I said, and the downward spiral will be pretty bad. There is a tipping point where you lose investor confidence and lose community support, and then the project dies. Now, luckily, Drip is one of the strongest communities in the DeFi space, if not the strongest. So people are still hanging on, regardless of the fact that we just keep missing all these timelines and breaking a lot of these promises to investors. But there is going to be a point where things get pushed out longer, where people are going to gravitate toward, other projects, or they're just going to say, hey, listen, I'm done with DeFi. That was a failed venture for me. I need to keep the capital I have. Christmas is coming up and I've got kids and all that. So we need to be cognizant that we are going to lose a lot of people, and there is a tipping point where if you go too far, you lose too much investor confidence, and then the project has a much harder time coming back. And we're really close to that line, I think. There's a lot of really good supporters. I myself am one of them, even though in this video I'm being critical. I'm a very large supporter of both Drip and the Animal Farm. I think they're going to be fantastic projects if we get them launched. And now I'm even going to say, even if we get them launched soon enough, because if we go through another 6 months of this, there's a high likelihood of Drip dying, and the Animal Farm name will be so tarnished that when it relaunches, it just won't get the community adoption that it needs to be a really viable product. And it's okay to be real about it. Let's be realistic. Even Stunna came out with a video where he was being realistic. I mean, and normally Stunna's one of my favorite Moon Boys. He's pretty pumped about Drip and what it's been able to do for him. He's got a really positive long-term outlook. But even he's going around saying this was the biggest botched launch we've ever seen, and Forex really needs to deliver to regain that credibility and then to get this thing back on the right track, because there is a tipping point and we just don't want to hit that tipping point. That said, what I don't want to see, and what I've been seeing lately today, and I know a lot of you guys have, is all this FUD in the chats. You people that constantly FUD over and over and over again, you're idiots. And let me tell you why. FUDing actually makes absolutely no sense. If you have lost confidence in the project, what happens when you tell everyone you've lost confidence? Other people lose confidence too, and then they try to bail. If your point is to make money in a project, if you lose confidence in it, just start claiming. Why would you want to trigger a sell-off so that you may get a lower dollar amount for selling your assets? Makes absolutely no sense. Now, if you want to FUD and then still stay in the project, that makes even less sense, because what you're doing is being emotional and just completely wasting your time. There are two options right now that people have. They're either going to compound or they're going to claim. And that's it. And I get everyone's frustrated, but continually posting over and over again that you're frustrated doesn't help anyone. So the decision is simple. You either believe in the project long-term or you don't. If you do believe in the project long-term, the most logical thing to do would be to just compound. If you don't believe in the project long-term, then you would click claim. That's it. There is no emotional factor here in this scenario. You either believe in the future, so you compound, or you don't believe in the future, so you claim. There really is no need to post on Telegram or go on people's YouTube channels and be posting negative stuff. It's childish behavior, and you just really shouldn't do it. Here's the thing. We're all frustrated. I'm frustrated. This thing should have opened a long time ago. I'm a YouTuber. I need to give Forex's updates. Forex comes out with a new crazy update once a week that's completely different from the one from the past. And the only thing for me to do is to relay that information onto you guys. So try to remain logical when you're talking about your investments. Again, there's two options and two options only: compound or claim. Just if you believe in it, continue to compound. If you don't, just start claiming. No harm, no foul. That's what it is. Like Stunna says, crypto is a solo sport. If you feel like you've taken all that you can take and you want to take this opportunity to bow out, then do it. If you feel like there's still some life in these projects, and in the end, after they finally get launched, we're going to all end up doing very well, then my recommendation to you, if you're feeling negative, just stay off Telegram and YouTube. It's pretty simple. Plus, let's be honest, guys, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. We're in the middle of a recession. Crypto bear market is just raging right now. Everything's tanking. We're probably going to see another fat new low. Most DeFi projects have failed. There's only a couple out there that are really holding on strong. And we've missed every launch date and deadline that we've set. So kind of a perfect storm of absolute garbage. And that's why we're in the middle of this train wreck. So, let's give it another week to 10 days and just see where we end up. If this gets launched anytime next week, I will be happy. Investors eventually will come back. We burned a ton of investors probably that were gonna jump in. Right now, our TVL on this project is almost down to where it was before we even started the marketing. I think it was at 31 million. So to say this was a success in any manner or that we're doing well would be an absolute lie. We have botched this thing from the very beginning. And now the only thing to do is to actually come out with the protocol, have the protocol rock. People will come back and be like, well, they fumbled, but they picked up the ball. Now they're running with it. That's the scenario here. So this is up to Forex and the team to finish this up, get us live. Let's just remain calm. If you still think the project's going to do great, just sit back, buy some stuff at these lower prices, right? Pig's price dropped all the way down to 102, so they're super cheap right now. Drip's sitting at like 5 flat. So if you believe in the project, now is a good buying opportunity. If you don't, just start claiming. And a lot of people have. They start claiming. I'm guaranteed not everyone who's been claiming has been jumping in Telegram groups and complaining about how mad they are that Forex missed the dates. They're just out. That's perfectly fine. That's going to happen when a team does a bunch of stuff to lose investor confidence. That's exactly what happened. Let's not sugarcoat it. For me, though, I do actually believe in the project. I do think it's going to come around eventually. I'm really hoping next week I'm going to buy some additional pigs. I'm going to DCA in. I'm hoping in a month we can put this all behind us and investors start coming back in. So thank you guys for watching this long. Let's do a 50 drip giveaway. So if you guys saw last week, I was about to hit 5,000 subscribers. So in this video, I did a 50 drip airdrop contest. People just needed to do a couple things, comment with their wallet address here on the YouTube video, and then go over to Twitter and share the post on Twitter. So a lot of people did. There was a ton of people that entered correctly. There was a lot more that entered incorrectly. So some people only did Twitter. Some people only did the post on the YouTube video. It's all good. I appreciate the engagement. We're going to do a drawing out of all the names, and we're going to pick 5 people to get 10 drip. So I've already claimed it and I'm ready to go. As you can see, and thank you to everybody. We're up to 5,057 subscribers. I had no idea my channel was going to turn into this when I got started. I appreciate the support, all the comments and everything on Twitter were just super kind, and I really appreciate you as a community. I was a little, I don't know, negative in this video. Hopefully you guys can appreciate that I'm trying to keep it real, voicing my frustrations a little bit, but also trying to bring some logic into it, because I understand your emotions. I understand that you guys are like, I'm super frustrated. I'm kind of pissed about it. I mean, we botched the entire thing, and I'm hoping that Forex gets somebody on the team that can help him wrangle in these scenarios. Because they just do a lot more harm than good. If we had that team functioning like a well-oiled machine, I don't think this would have happened. We should have completed the project, started promoting it. We could have just gone about this a different way. So I'm hoping that the team learns from their mistakes. And when you're running a startup company, which I have before, there is a lot of problems that you run into. A lot of times you think someone else, has the ball, they end up dropping it because you didn't understand the whole picture, or there's a role that you need filled, but nobody's available for that. Sometimes you hire people that aren't the right people. I mean, this is really common. The problem is it's just been so public because Forex has been out and about saying 100% we're ready. This is going to be the best thing we've ever seen in DeFi, and then just failure after failure. So that's the biggest issue. Hopefully, eventually he can get someone on the team to work in more of an operations role and help Stonecutter driving the projects and really hammering in that timeline so they know they're actually done, and then helping orchestrate that marketing at the right time, because it's frustrating, and I'm sure the team is frustrated. I'm sure Forex is super pissed about dropping the ball. I'm sure the marketing team is super pissed because, they did a lot of work probably for nothing. I'm sure Stonecutter is pissed because he's kind of caught in the middle of all the projects. I'm sure the devs are pissed because there's been some mix up over there. Anyway, you guys get it. It's all frustrating, but let's keep it positive. And the best way to do that is give things away for free. So here it is. My admin was kind enough to compile a large list. I actually took the time to run it through the wheel. It took forever. There was a ton of names on there, and these are the names that I got back. So I know you didn't want to, well, some of you may have wanted to watch me do it live, but it takes forever. You're just going to have to trust me. I'm an honest guy. This is who won. So here are the 5 people that won 10 drip from the 50 drip airdrop contest. And again, thank you guys for getting me to 5,000 subs. So Animal.policy, LJ Ronin to DeFi, so he's a familiar face. Kevin, I think this is supposed to be Kevin Reed, I believe. These are the names on Twitter, FLR and Crypto Crazy. So real quick, I'm going to zoom this up, but I'm actually going to give you guys those airdrops right now. So by the time this video posts, you guys should see those in there. And if we jump over to my drip account, you'll see that I have already claimed 52.78. So let's give those away real quick. All right, those are sent out. Congratulations to you 5. And again, thank you guys all for getting me to 5,000 subscribers. Honestly, it's really humbling. I know I'm just a normal YouTube guy, and it seems like it's been pretty hard to build a channel in a bear market, specifically when you're talking about crypto, and crypto's in a super bad bear market, and then DeFi just being a fraction of the crypto community. So we're in a niche of a niche, and it's always good to see so much support. Hundreds of likes, comments, lots of shares and everything. It's just, it's heartwarming to say the least. I've got just a couple of drip here, 2.78. I'm going to split those between the admins in the group. I always appreciate the work that they do in there, compiling everything and keeping the conversation going in the group and keeping it professional and everything. It's much appreciated. But that's it, guys. I think Animal Farm and Drip both have a really bright future. We're just going through a turbulent time right now. So I'm hanging on. I'm going to continue to DCA. You guys make the decision. Don't get emotional. You're either going to compound or you're going to claim. Happy investing.